Welcome back to Football Daily for this week's transfer talk. This time next week the window will be shut, so clubs are making one final push to make all the signings they need. Remember, we now pick out the best comments from these videos to highlight in Sunday Vibes. Let us know what you think of these stories for a chance to feature this week. Let's go! We start in North London with the news that Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang could be on his way out of Arsenal, or at least according to the Telegraph. The club are open to offers and won't stand in his way should he want to leave the Emirates. The Gabon international would remain as a key part of Mikel Arteta's plans if he stayed, however, and it's clear to see why. In his first 2.5 years with the club following his £56 million move from Borussia Dortmund in January 2018, Aubameyang scored 70 goals in all competitions, earning his reputation as one of the Premier League's deadliest strikers. Last season, though, was a different matter. After signing a new 3-year contract in September 2020, a number of personal issues as well as contracting malaria saw his output drop, netting just 15 goals all campaign. And this year didn't get off to the best of starts either. He missed the opening day defeat to Brentford along with fellow striker Alexandre Lacazette after testing positive for coronavirus, and was only fit enough to feature for the last half an hour in Sunday's home defeat to rivals Chelsea. So with 2 years remaining on the 32-year-old's £250,000 a week deal with the Gunners, the simple question is, will anyone actually sign him this summer? Probably not. Barcelona had previously been linked with a move for him, although it would have been a swap deal involving Philippe Coutinho, mainly for the Catalans to get his obscene wages off the books. But unsurprisingly, Arsenal weren't interested in such an offer. In fact, it's more likely that the club will see the back of one or both of Lacazette and Nketiah in the next week instead. Both their contracts expire next summer, and The Guardian say 22-year-old Nketiah will reportedly be the subject of a £10 million bid from Crystal Palace in the coming days, around half of the fee that Arsenal want for the England under-21 record goalscorer. There is the potential that this could leave Arteta with something of a striker crisis as the season progresses. Not ideal with his side currently goalless following the first 2 league matches. There are even some crazy reports that Aubameyang could be interesting Man City if they fail to land Harry Kane. But Arsenal fans, we want to hear from you. Should you try to offload Aubameyang this summer, or is keeping him your best chance of qualifying for Europe this campaign? Let us know in the comments. And that's not where the Arsenal rumour mill stops. They may have spent over £125 million on their 5 new signings this campaign, but it appears the spending isn't done quite yet. The Gunners still retain an interest in Atletico Madrid right-back Kieran Trippier. Despite being a key member of Diego Simeone's La Liga winning side last season, the 30-year-old has only managed 2 appearances from the subs bench so far this campaign. This comes as the Argentinian has shifted away from his usual 4 or 5 at the back, instead opting for a 3 with wide midfielders patrolling the flanks. Marcus Llorente has so far got the nod at right midfield, with Atleti winning their first 2 matches of their title defence. However, whilst the former Tottenham man is said to be keen on a return to the Premier League, his employers are demanding the full £34 million release clause in his contract. Atleti are, according to the Metro, not in the mood to negotiate with Arsenal following the protracted negotiations last summer that eventually saw Thomas Partey swap the Wanda Metropolitano for the Emirates Stadium at a cost of £45 million. However, with just a year left on Trippier's deal, Arsenal remain hopeful that they will eventually negotiate if they are willing to let the Englishman leave the club after 2 years. A couple of players are already on their way out of the club too. Lucas Torreira, a teammate of Trippier's last season in Madrid, is set to return to Italy. The 25-year-old Uruguayan is set to join Fiorentina on loan, although as of yet it is unclear if the deal involves an option or obligation to buy. Willian too is on the verge of leaving the club on a free, just 12 months after joining from Chelsea to the delight of most Arsenal fans. The 33-year-old is in advanced talks with Brazilian side Corinthians, the club with whom he started his career, after just 6 goal involvements to show for his almost £200,000 a week salary. We don't think he'll be missed in North London. If you're enjoying this video so far, guys, don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe to Football Daily to never miss an FD upload. Throughout the summer, we've brought updates surrounding Kylian Mbappe's future at PSG. Of course, his contract with the French Giants expires next summer, and the club had hoped to tie him down long term, giving him a wage rise that could see him earning the same as teammate Neymar, the highest wage of the club before a certain Lionel Messi turned up at the Parc des Princes. According to French outlet RMC Sport, Mbappe is actually said to be quite happy in Paris. However, the 22-year-old believes that he should be the figurehead of the club moving forwards. Not unreasonable considering Neymar has made just 70 league appearances in 4 seasons with the club, and as good as Messi obviously is, the 34-year-old Argentine won't be part of the club's long-term future. So with Mbappe seemingly set in his decision to leave PSG, RMC Sport went on to say that only one club has shown a concrete interest in the Frenchman, and that it was an unnamed Premier League club, believed to be either Liverpool or Man City. However, overnight more news concerning Mbappe's future has emerged, and it doesn't involve any English sides. Having been linked with a move for the Frenchman on a free next summer, before rumours suggesting a deal could be done this window instead, Real Madrid have finally made their move, putting forward a €160 million offer for the player with less than a year left on his contract. PSG are said to have rejected the move, a bold decision considering Mbappe will almost certainly be joining Los Blancos regardless at the end of the season. However, PSG remain adamant that they will continue to reject any offers for Mbappe. But what is better? €160 million in this climate, especially after shelling so much for a number of signings already this window, or the possibility of winning one Champions League with Mbappe, Neymar and Messi leading the line this campaign. That's the decision that club president Nasser Al-Khelaifi effectively has to make. But we want to know, what would you do in this situation? Let us know in the comments section. Now to East London, where West Ham are the Premier League leaders after the opening 2 rounds of the new campaign. But all isn't as rosy away from the pitch, as the Times report that Declan Rice will continue to reject any attempts to tie him down to a new contract at the London Stadium. This is because of the Irons' £100 million valuation of the holding midfielder, with the 22-year-old in the belief that this will price him out of any move away from the club. This could put admirers Chelsea and Man United on alert. However, Rice won't refuse to play under David Moyes, and besides, his contract doesn't expire until 2024, with the club holding the option to extend it a further year beyond that. So for the time being, the England international will remain at West Ham, as they look to qualify for Europe in back-to-back campaigns. As for potential signings for the Hammers, they have switched their focus away from Jesse Lingard, who impressed on loan from Man United in the second half of last season. The 28-year-old scored 9 goals in 16 appearances, but his upturn in performance also saw his price tag rise despite his contract nearing expiration. So now David Moyes is eyeing up Lille forward Jonathan Bamba. The 25-year-old joined Lille 3 years ago and scored 6 and set up 9 as Les Dogs would pit PSG to last season's Ligue 1 title. With the club in financial difficulty, a number of players have been picked off this summer, including goalkeeper Mike Maignan and midfielder Boubakary Soumaré. And should West Ham want to sign Bamba, they've been told to stump up £25 million. However, other positions may take priority as the window edges closer to its end, with Moyes wanting to sign both a centre-back with Kurt Zouma supposedly close and a striker, whilst with the likes of Benrahma, Bowen and Fornals, he already has decent depth in the wider attacking areas. Regardless, the club has just 6 days to complete any deals, or they'll have to wait until January. So guys, that was transfer talk for another week. What did you guys think of the stories? And do you think Mbappe will actually move to Real Madrid? Let me know in the comments section. As I said earlier, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and click on screen for another great FD video, and I'll catch you later.